of pyramids and cones are very similar to the volume of prisms and cylinders with one major difference. The major difference is that 1/3 stuck in here. So basically a pyramid is 1/3 of the volume of its corresponding prism, whereas a cone is 1/3 of the volume of its corresponding cylinder. So let's go in and use the same strategy we use for prisms and cylinders. First thing first, I am so sorry. This picture is terrible, but you know what it looks like, so you're good. This is a pyramid with a triangular base on the bottom here. So what you want to first do is find the area of that base, just like a prism. So the area of the base is a triangle, so it's 1/2 the base times the height. So 4 times 6, and that gets me a base area of 12. Okay. Now to find volume, I'm going to use that base area, and do not forget the 1/3. It's a pyramid, not a prism. So 1/3 times 12 times the height, and the height is this 9 right here. It's perpendicular to the bottom, so it's 9. And when I plug that into my calculator or calculate it out, I get 36 meters cubed. That's the volume of my triangular pyramid. And I can do this area formula by the way, because it's a right triangular pyramid. All right, next one. Here I've got a cone that is called oblique, non-right, because it's kind of leaning off to the side. So one thing to keep in mind is the height is always measured straight perpendicular to the base, so that straight vertical distance is the height. Volume is 1/3 pi r squared. In this case is pi times 2.2 squared times the height, which is 4.5. Now here I have pi, I have 1/3, I have 2.2 squared, I've got 4.5. So these are all decimals, and they're going to work out to get me a kind of nasty number. So what I did is I just plugged it all straight into my calculator, and I get my answer. 22.808 centimeters cubed. One thing to note here before I stop this video, if I were to do the exact same thing, but instead of using this fancy pi button in my calculator, if you use 3.14, you get a number that, while it's not wildly different, it still is different, and there's some rounding error in there. So we do not want to use the 3.14, we want to use that pi button whenever possible.